class. So yesterday we have studied about the various salts, my dear students. We have studied about the bleaching powder, and in this bleaching powder we came to know that the chemical formula for bleaching powder is CaOCl2, which is a calcium oxychloride, which is commonly known as bleaching powder. We can prepare this bleaching powder by the reaction between the select lime and chlorine. So CaOCH2 reacts with Cl2 to give us CaOCl2 and H2O, that is water. We bleaching powder is represented as CaOCl2, but actually it is having a very complex structure. The various uses of bleaching powder are for the bleaching cotton and linen in textile industry, for the bleaching of wood and pulp into the paper industry, for the bleaching of for bleaching washed clothes in the laundry as an oxidizing agent in many industry, and for the disinfecting drinking water to make it germ free. Why this bleaching powder makes the water germ free? Because when bleaching powder is added to water, CaOCl2 plus H2O, it produces the CaOH twice, as well as it produces CaOH twice, as well as you can see chlorine is produced. This chlorine kills the germs, and that is why this CaOCl2 or bleaching powder is used for the sterilizing of water or for making the water drinking purpose. Then we have studied about the baking soda. The common formula for baking soda is NaHCO3. The chemical name for them is sodium hydrogen carbonate, which is also commonly known as baking soda. Method for the preparation. So what are the raw materials needed for this preparation of baking soda? The raw material needed are ammonia, common salt or sodium chloride, carbon dioxide gas and water. Yesterday even I told you, my dear students, that this is the only reaction which has 4 reactants and products, and at the same time we can even understand that none of the reactant or product are multiplied by any other number other than the 1. So this is how this reaction is very unique for the preparation of sodium hydrogen carbonate. Now we should look at the various uses of the baking soda. So the various uses of the baking soda that we can see, that it is used for making the crispy pakoras. So we can use this baking soda. Baking soda is used for making tasty crispy pakoras. Baking soda is also used, is one of the important ingredients into the baking powder. What is baking powder, my dear students? So we'll look at the baking powder. Baking powder is a mixture of baking soda, that is sodium hydrogen carbonate, and mild edible acids such as tartaric acid. Baking powder is used in making the bread or cake fluffy and spongy, my dear students. Soft. This bread or cake becomes soft and spongy by the use of the baking soda, because baking soda, when heated, it produces carbon dioxide gas, and this production of the carbon dioxide gas makes the formation of this breads and cakes fluffy and spongy. You can see the chemical reaction that when baking soda is heated, it produces Na2CO3, H2O and CO2. This CO2 produced, which makes the which makes the cakes fluffy and spongy. So this is how, my dear students, we can come to know about the various types of uses of our baking soda and other things. Now we should move to the next part, and let us have a look to something else. So can you see something on your screen, my dear students? Can you see something on your screen, my dear students? What can you see? Can you read something for me? What is there on your screen? No problem. I'll tell you. Now can you see something on your screen, dear students? बच्चों आपको स्क्रीन पे कुछ दिख रहा है? Students, you got to reply me. Can you see something on your screen?
Yes, sir.
What you
Yes,
can
sir.
just read the left side. Is it written we know acid plus metal? What is the page number that you can see?
167.
Okay. So we have studied.
167.
Yes. Thank you. So, we have studied about the few uses of the washing soda, baking soda. Now we are going to study the third use of baking soda. The third use, we know that acid when reacts with the metal hydrogen carbonate, it produces the metal salt plus water plus carbon dioxide. This carbon dioxide which extinguishes the fire. That means if there is fire and if you pass carbon dioxide gas from it, this carbon dioxide gas extinguish that fire and remove that fire. So you can see that our baking soda NaHCO3 when it reacts with H plus which is an acid, it produces the sodium salt of acid plus water plus carbon dioxide. This carbon dioxide gas which is produced by the reaction of the acid and sodium hydrogen carbonate, it extinguishes the fire. So baking soda is used in the soda acid fire extinguisher. So, my dear students, we can even understand how this baking soda is useful for the extinguishing of the fire also. Now we can move to the another uses also we can see. But someone is disturbing the class by making his or her mic on. So let me sort out this. Okay, now let's move to the fourth use of the baking soda. The fourth use is as an antacid. NaHCO3, that is sodium hydrogen carbonate, is an ingredient in antacid 2. Being alkaline, NaHCO3 is made up of sodium hydroxide and H2CO3. Sodium hydroxide is a strong base, whereas H2CO3 is a weak base. So it is a basic salt, and being basic or alkaline in nature, it neutralizes the excess acid that is produced into the stomach and provide relief from the acidity. And this is how our baking soda is also one of the part for neutralizing the stomach acidity. You might have heard, my dear students, about ENO. So this ENO also contains some of the portion of the sodium hydrogen carbonate or baking soda in it. Baking soda is also used in the preparation of washing soda. So by using the baking soda, we can even prepare washing soda. That is what we are going to study about now. So let us look at the another salt that we need to study about is known as the washing soda. Washing soda, the formula is Na2CO3 into TanH2O. The chemical formula for this washing soda is Na2CO3 into TanH2O. The chemical name is known as the sodium carbonate decahydrate. The common name is washing soda. Method of preparation, if you look at, we will find that washing soda is prepared from the sodium hydrogen carbonate or our baking soda, my dear students. So we can prepare the washing soda by using the baking soda. Step 1, heating sodium hydrogen carbonate. When we heat sodium hydrogen carbonate, it produces the sodium carbonate. So 2NaHCO3, it gives us Na2CO3 plus H2O plus CO2, which is ultimately sodium carbonate. And in the second step, if we look at, the second step is the step which is known as the recrystallization of sodium carbonate. So sodium carbonate, which is produced in the previous step, is allowed to dissolve in the water. That is, one molecule of sodium carbonate is dissolved in 10 molecule of water. So excess of water gives us the Na2CO3 into 10H2O, which is now considered as a washing soda. These are the crystal forms of washing soda. Washing soda is a basic salt. Now we can say that washing soda is a basic salt. So why this washing soda is considered as a basic salt? Will you please tell me, my dear students? So washing soda is Na2CO3, which is prepared from NaOH, that is sodium hydroxide, and H2CO3, which is a weak base, that is known as the carbonic acid. So by the reaction of sodium hydrogen and carbonic acid, washing soda is prepared. Sodium hydroxide is a strong base, carbonic acid is a weak acid, and that is why base being strong, the salt is also basic in nature. Now we should understand the various uses of this various uses of our baking washing soda. So the first use, sodium carbonate or washing soda is used in the preparation of glass, soap and paper industry. My dear students, sodium carbonate or washing soda is used in the preparation of glass, in the preparation of soap, in the preparation of papers. Let's move ahead. Uses of washing soda. Second use, washing soda is used in the manufacture of compounds such as borax. So my dear students, washing soda is also used in the compounds such as borax. Sodium carbonate can be used as a cleaning agent for the domestic purpose. So my dear students, we can use it in our homes for cleaning. So sodium carbonate, decahydrate or washing soda is also used for washing the domestic things, और हमारे घर में जो चीज रहती है घरेलू चीजें, that is what it is known as the domestic things. So to wash the domestic things, we can use washing soda. Sodium carbonate can be used as a cleaning agent for the domestic purpose. Sodium carbonate is also used in the removing of the permanent hardness. बच्चों, you may aware that water can be hard and water can be soft. Soft water does not produce much foam, and hard water produces foam. Soft water does not have the salts of calcium and magnesium, whereas which are insoluble salt, and whereas hard water has the impurities in the form of the calcium and magnesium salt. And this is how, to remove the hardness of the water, we can use the sodium carbonate. So my dear students, I hope you understood everything about the washing soda. If you have any doubt, you can ask. प्यारे बच्चों, अगर आपको कोई डाउट है तो आप लोग पूछ सकते हो. बच्चों, आपको कोई डाउट है तो आप लोग पूछ सकते हो. कोई डाउट है, कुछ समझ में नहीं आया बेटा वॉशिंग सोडा में, कुछ एनीथिंग इज देयर जो आपको समझ में नहीं आ रहा है? कुछ ऐसा है जो आपको समझ में नहीं आ रहा बच्चों? कुछ ऐसा है तो शेयर कीजिए. सब कुछ समझ में आ रहा है? तो चलिए आगे चलते हैं.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then we should move to the next salt that we need to study. That salt is known as the plaster of Paris. Plaster of Paris is written as calcium sulfate 1 by 2 H2O. So it is, the chemical formula has got CaSO4 into 1 by 2 H2O. The chemical name is calcium sulfate hemihydrate. The common name is plaster of Paris. Plaster of Paris, which is having the common name, is prepared by the methods. This method of preparation is used. So our calcium sulfate hemihydrate or the plaster of Paris is prepared by the method from the gypsum. So gypsum is calcium sulfate dihydrate. So on careful heating of gypsum, CaSO4 into 2H2O up to 373 Kelvin or 100 degree centigrade temperature, gypsum loses water molecule and become calcium sulfate hemihydrate CaSO4 into half H2O. This is what it is called the plaster of Paris, my dear students. So, you know, plaster of Paris is prepared from gypsum. Your gypsum is CaSO4 into 2H2O. We do a careful heating up to 373 Kelvin. My dear students, you need to remember here that the temperature must not go above 373 Kelvin. If temperature goes above the 373 Kelvin, we won't get plaster of Paris. Something else, something other than this plaster of Paris is prepared by this reaction. So we'll have to be very careful that we heat it only up to 373 Kelvin. So we get CaSO4 into 1 by 2 H2O. which is known as the plaster of Paris, as well as we get 1.5 H2O. Yes, Hemangini, do you have any question? Hemangini, do you have any question? You raised the hand. Hemangini, you raised the hand. Do you have any question? Okay. The same reaction, we can write it in the another manner. So you know this reaction we will multiply with 2. So we will write 2 into the bracket CaSO4 into 2H2O, that is 2 molecule of gypsum. Heating carefully up to T is equal to 373 Kelvin, we will get 2 CaSO4 into 1 H2O. You know, when we multiply this plaster of Paris, it turns as a 2 CaSO4 into 1 H2O, and 1.5 H2O will be turned into 3 H2O. So this is how, if you don't understand this reaction, you can even understand this reaction, and this is how you can understand the preparation of our calcium sulfate hemihydrate, which is known as plaster of Paris. Precaution: while heating gypsum, care must be taken that the temperature does not go beyond 373 Kelvin. If temperature goes beyond 373 Kelvin, a solid hard mass of anhydrous calcium sulfate is formed, which is of no use. Let us look at this. Gypsum calcium sulfate CaSO4 into 2H2O, if it is heated for the temperature more than 373 Kelvin, it forms a CaSO4 anhydrous calcium sulfate and 2H2O. This anhydrous calcium sulfate is of our no use. It is not much useful for us, and that is why we carefully heat this gypsum so that we get plaster of Paris. Plaster of Paris is a white powder. Plaster of Paris, on mixing with water, it changes to the gypsum once again and giving a solid hard mass. So this is how plaster of Paris is useful. When plaster of Paris is mixed with water, it turns into gypsum. For that we can write the chemical equation CaSO4 into 1/2 H2O plus 1.5 H2O, that gives us the CaSO4 into 2 H2O. This CaSO4 into 2 H2O is a gypsum, so it forms the solid hard mass, and this solid hard mass of gypsum is useful for making, when it hardens, we can use the gypsum to make the airtight foundation for the various scientific apparatus. So that is why this plaster of Paris is used in the laboratory to make the vessels airtight. See, whenever there is something where there is a gap, or where there is something that makes it non-airtight, we can apply plaster of Paris, and that is what it makes the apparatus airtight. And this is how plaster of Paris is also used into the laboratories, my dear students. In plaster of Paris, 2 formula units of calcium sulfate share 1 molecule of water. Please remember, this is also important, that in plaster of Paris, 2 formula unit of calcium sulfate share 1 molecule of water. The reaction of preparation of plaster of Paris can also be written as 2 CaSO4 into 2H2O, that is gypsum. On careful heating up to 373 Kelvin, we get 2 SO4 into 1 H2O. Here, my dear students, you can easily understand that in plaster of Paris, 2 molecules of CaSO4 share 1 molecule of water. So 2 CaSO4 sharing 1 H2O and 3 H2O. Please remember these things, my dear students. It is very important for you to write the chemical equations correctly, and they should be balanced. Now we should see the various uses of plaster of Paris. Plaster of Paris is used by the doctors to support fractured bones in the right position. So if we have the fractured bones, this plaster of Paris is used to keep them into the right position by applying a plaster. This plaster is nothing but our plaster of Paris. Plaster of Paris is used for making toys and statues. This plaster of Paris also used for making toys and statues. It is also used for the preparation of chalk pieces. Plaster of Paris is used to make surface smooth. So whenever there is any surface, and if we apply the wet plaster of Paris, that is the mixture of plaster of Paris and water, the surface becomes smooth because plaster of Paris is a smooth powder. Plaster of Paris is used as a building material to make designs into the ceilings. You might have seen some houses which are built and they have a very beautiful design into the ceilings. These ceiling designs are also made by using the plaster of Paris. Plaster of Paris is used in the laboratory to join the vessels or apparatus airtight. So plaster of Paris is also used to join the apparatus into the laboratory airtight. Now we have a very interesting question, my dear students, and it is also an activity. I am going to send you soon the video for this activity, but let us understand this activity first. What happens if we heat blue crystals of copper sulfate pentahydrate, that is CuSO4 into 5H2O, and how do we get black blue crystals? So my dear students, we are already aware that copper sulfate is a blue in color. Now what happens if we heat this blue copper sulfate? Blue copper sulfate is actually copper sulfate pentahydrate. That means it is CuSO4 into 5H2O. We can say that one molecule of copper is having 5 molecules of water. This 5 molecule of water is also known as the water of crystallization. When heated, the blue crystals turns white and become anhydrous copper sulfate. So you can see that, my dear students, that copper sulfate, which is a blue in color, when it is heated, it turns white copper sulfate and 5 molecules of water are removed, which can be seen on the mouth of the test tube where we heat the blue colored copper sulfate. If we add few drops of water to anhydrous or white copper sulfate, the crystal then turns into blue color. So again, if we add the water molecules to the white copper sulfate, the crystal again turns blue by getting the 5 molecules of water per 1 formula of copper sulfate. The 5 molecules of water present per each molecular formula unit of copper sulfate are called water of crystallization. So please remember, my dear students, the definition of the water of crystallization. What is water of crystallization? Water of crystallization is the fixed number of water molecules present in one formula unit of a salt in the crystalline form. I'm going to repeat it once again. Water of crystallization is the fixed number of water molecules present in one formula unit of a salt in its crystalline form. Remember, my dear students, that water of crystallization can be seen into the crystals only, so it is observed into the crystal form only. Now we will study about the water of crystallization into some of the compounds. Like we have the salt, we will write the common name, we shall write the chemical formula, then we will write the chemical name. On the right side, we write the fixed number of water molecules present in one formula unit of the salt. First, we will look at the copper sulfate, which is hydrated. It is written as CuSO4 into 5H2O. So copper sulfate pentahydrate is the chemical name, which the common name is hydrated copper sulfate. It has 5 molecules of this copper sulfate pentahydrate has 5 molecules of water per each molecule of copper sulfate. Same way we will look at the next one. We have washing soda. The chemical formula for washing soda is Na2CO3 into 10H2O. The chemical name is sodium carbonate decahydrate. And for each formula unit of sodium carbonate, there are 10 molecules of water present in the formula. So water of crystallization is 10 water molecules. Then we can look at gypsum. Gypsum has a chemical formula CaSO4 into 2H2O. The chemical name for gypsum is calcium sulfate dihydrate, and gypsum has two molecules of water or two molecules of water as a water of crystallization per unit of calcium sulfate or CaSO4. Then we have the next one, which is known as the plaster of Paris. Plaster of Paris, the chemical formula is CaSO4 into half H2O, which is also commonly known as the calcium sulfate hemihydrate. This calcium sulfate hemihydrate has half molecule of water as a water of crystallization per one formula of calcium sulfate. So for one formula of calcium sulfate in plaster of Paris, we have only half molecule of water as a water of crystallization. So this is how, my dear students, we can understand about the water of crystallization. Now we are going to study few of the in-text question. Let us read the in-text question. What is the common name of the compound CaOCl2? The common name of the compound CaOCl2 is bleaching powder. Next question for us, my dear students. Name the substance which on treatment with chlorine yields bleaching powder. Bleaching powder is produced by the action of chlorine on dry slacktylene. This dry slacktylene is also known as calcium hydroxide, CaOH twice. Next in-text question, my dear students. Name the sodium compound which is used for softening hard water. To softening the hard water, sodium compound used for softening the hard water is Na2CO3, which is also known as sodium carbonate. We also call it washing soda. So one of the important use of washing soda is to use it for the decreasing or softening the hard water. The next question, what will happen if a solution of sodium hydrogen carbonate is heated? Give the equation for it. If the solution of sodium hydrogen carbonate is heated, it will produce the sodium carbonate and water. Sodium carbonate solution with evolution of carbon dioxide gas. This reaction we can see here, my dear students. This is what it is, the reaction that we have. See what happens when we heat the sodium carbonate, NaHCO3, sodium hydrogen carbonate. See, you can see here in your screen that when we heating the sodium hydrogen carbonate, when we heat the sodium hydrogen carbonate, my dear students, this 2NaHCO3 is heated. It gives us the sodium carbonate, Na2CO3, and it gives us the water molecule, H2O, and it produces the carbon dioxide gas. This carbon dioxide gas, which is produced here, can extinguish the fire. And that is why this sodium hydrogen carbonate is also used in the preparation of fire extinguisher, or it is used for making the breads and cakes soft and fluffy and spongy. So this is how, my dear students, we can understand about the various salts and their uses and their preparation, method of preparation. So my dear students, I would like to ask you some question. The question is, what is the question you can answer from something that is given on your screen. So what is the common name for copper sulfate pentahydrate? What is the common name for the copper sulfate pentahydrate? प्यारे बच्चों, आप लोगों को आंसर करना है. What is the common name for the copper sulfate pentahydrate? Nobody, कोई नहीं बताएगा. The common name,
copper sulfate hydrated.
Very good. The common name for copper sulfate pentahydrate is copper sulfate hydrated. Very good. Chaliye, what is the common name for sodium carbonate decahydrate?
Washing soda.
Very good. What is the common name for calcium sulfate dihydrate?
Gypsum.
Gypsum.
What is the common name for calcium sulfate hemihydrate?
Plaster of Paris.
Plaster of Paris.
Okay. Then what is the chemical formula for hydrated copper sulfate? What is the chemical formula for hydrated copper sulfate?
COSO4 5H2O.
Very good. What is the chemical formula for washing soda?
NH2O.
नहीं देखो अच्छे से फिर से बोलो बेटा आपकी आवाज मुझे नहीं आई है. It is Na2CO3 into 10H2O. Okay, very good. What is the chemical formula for gypsum?
CaSO4 into 2H2O.
CaSO4
into 2H2O.
Very good. What is the chemical formula for plaster of Paris?
CaSO4 into
CaSO4 half H2O.
H2O.
What is the chemical name for plaster of Paris? What is the chemical name for plaster of Paris?
Calcium sulfate hemihydrate.
Calcium sulfate.
Hydrate.
Calcium sulfate hydrate.